Hello, and welcome to another episode of HBO Lovecraft. We're on season 1, episode 8, JIG-A-BOBO. This particular episode, I like the turn of the episodes, and really this was giving me horror. This was really giving me horror. This particular episode was about the youth, how the youth were experiencing. It was mostly about the youth. I like how it focused on Dee, who is Diana Freeman, George and Hippolyta's daughter, and Bobo, which was Emmett Till's nickname, and how he was his mom, Mamie, had his body exposed so that everyone could see how they did her son. This was really, you know what, I really enjoyed this episode. It's really high on the list now. We see a long line of people outside of maybe it's a church or it's a building, and we know that with Emmett Till it was an open casket. So we see someone getting a bucket for a lady. She vomits in the bucket. I was like, and they was like, it was so hot. And we have Diana talking about what is this smell, and Ruby and Diana together. Hippolyta hasn't made it back for this episode. So she's like, what is that smell? And Ruby's trying to, I think adults be trying to really test the intelligence of the youth, okay? Because she tells her it's hot. That's not explaining, because it's like really hot. It's not explaining what's going on with this smell. So Diana is very smart. She was like, is it him? So she's like in a daze, and you see the picture of her friend up there. I was like, oh my goodness, this was just crushing. I was like, oh my goodness. So she sees the picture. I guess she goes on this little journey. She leaves the site. I guess, she's trying to get some fresh air, some clarity. It's a lot to take on a child. And this I love how they portray, we got a glimpse into what a child's mind. This was her best friend. So we see Diana walking past the ice cream shop. Two girls come out, they wave, and instead of waving back, Diana throws rocks at the girls. I was like, what? We know you were experiencing something, but I don't know where the store owners felt so, because the girls looked to be African American. But I'm gonna rewatch it, and if it's any correction need to be made, I'll make them in my next video. But I could swear they were African American girls coming out of the ice cream shop, and they were waving and everything. And she was like, "It's nothing to laugh about." So she done threw the rock. She's still walking and everything, and she comes and she's going down this alleyway. She hears the police, and when the police is behind. If you black, it's like a sixth sense. They be behind. So the police is behind her, and they step out, and they're showing her the comic book that she the little book she did, the comic. And I was like, you know anything about this? She was like, they asked her, was it her? She was like, yes, it's mine. And they was like, what's your mom's name? I was like, Hippolyta. That man said the N-word with these African names. I was like, Hippolyta isn't actually, but moving on. So Captain Lancaster asked her, it's Captain Lancaster and another officer with him. Asks him some more, do you believe in magic? All the while the other officers drawing these little like star things on the concrete, the little road. It's like a little block, cobblestone like street, little alleyway, drawing these little symbols. And when I seen Captain Lancaster about magic, she was like, what, like fantasy or something? She's not getting it. And they want more information than she can give them. Why y'all going after a child? Okay, but when Captain Lancaster spit in his hand, I was like, It was thick, y'all. Really, really thick. He lays it on her forehead, speaks in the sons of Adam, speaking in that language. So he done put a curse on her. So she has a little curse. It wasn't no little curse. I said, God. But she's cursed now. She runs on down. We see this cream of wheat. The cream of wheat. I said, it look like this cream of wheat got eyes or following, just looking. But y'all, when I say pay attention, okay? These pictures and everything, pay attention, okay? If anybody remember, if anybody knows, that a jig-a-boo was a derogatory term for blacks. So I got this. I got. I was like, okay, I know where this is going. The title is JIG-A-BOBO. Okay. So I'm thinking it's playing into the black narrative with what they did to Emmett Till. So they just tied it all together. This episode was just excellent. So she runs away, and she's at the train station. I was like, who's she looking for? Her mom or something? I was confused. Why was she at the train station? Oh, but while she was at this train station, she sees Topsy and Bopsy. I saw their names in the credits, so I was like, okay, these topsy-turvy little twins or whatever. But they had some ghouls or something. I said, what did they fall out of her? And soon when they get near, their fingernails extend. They're black. They look like some little black caricature children. I don't know. They was spinning all backwards, blood. I don't know, some Joker. This was horror. I was like, them little kids scared the mess out of me. But little Topsy and Bopsy, when they get close, they little fingernails extend out into something sharp, but they don't reach her. So she escapes and goes through the little bars. And I guess she thinks, but reason, I am going ahead of myself. Before she sees Topsy and Bopsy, she goes home and she's trying to clean up. She gets the gloss. It was a thick water spit. She gets all that off and everything. She finds a cap to put on. It was a Chicago cap. An all black baseball team. I was like, yes, okay. She finds that to put on. I don't know what it was covering up, but because she got the spit off, but she's cursed. So she got and as she looks, she sees Uncle Tom's cabin, and on the front is the topsy-turvy. So I guess that's how, by her seeing it, and then that's how they start chasing her. The book falls off the shelf. All the time we got Montrose trying to get her out the bathroom, trying to talk to her, trying to find out what's going on and everything. She slips out the bathroom window just as Montrose comes in and picks up the book. Okay, Uncle Tom's cabin. I said, okay, so I'm getting a little Montrose. Okay, but so she is wandering around, and like I said, she went to the train station, and where she sees them, she escapes them there. Like I said, it was These tops and bottoms was a distorted some black character. This was really, it was like the hate of the world with the black community. That's why I said this episode with them topsy-turvy character and the death of Emmett Till. This episode was, man, golden. We have Ruby trying to escape all of what's going on. They were supposed to be finding D, but she's all at Williams house trying to get in, and it's some white men across the street asked was she the maid. She was like, I ain't no damn maid. They were like, what you saying? Came up. Good thing William came up. I was like, look, what happened to Emmett? We don't need no more violence right now, Ruby. So you might need to play your role, wait on William. Just simmer down just a little bit. William pulls up and was like asking was anything wrong. The officer like, if you know her, no. So they go in the house, and I guess he bathes, he takes off. I said, this woman got a lot of clothes on. A lot of clothes. He was taking off a lot of clothes. Bathes her. I was like, William is just, he's a godsend. I like William. But then we see them getting it on, but she's Dale. I said, okay. This was like a first, if I'm not correct, we see her transfer, into Dale. So I was like, okay. So she getting it on as a white woman with the white man. And midway, them getting it on, I don't know if she climaxing, having an orgasm, I don't know what, but Miss Dale started falling off and the Ruby coming out. I said, oh wait, William something serious. Then you see they are talking. She was like she wanted to do it with him as a white woman. I guess she wanted to release herself, not be a black woman with all this going on. I was like, Ruby, you just making up excuses and everything. You just want to do what you want to do. Plain and simple, okay? And Christina was like, no, they going back and forth, and she was like, I want you to feel disgusted and shameful. And she's feeling how she thinks she's heartbroken and everything over the death of Emmett Till. And she's shedding some tears. Me being me, I know, okay, you might be sad. I could feel her maybe sad, but after I seen the scene of her taking the potion and turning into Dale, I'm like, okay, you can't be feeling this type of way. Why'd you even come out, to this part of Chicago, Williams side, anyway? So I was like, I'm not buying this, Ruby. I'm not. And Christina wasn't buying it either. Okay, so Christina was like, no, plain and simple, no. Don't feel no remorse. I don't feel anything you want me to feel. And called her out, telling her no, she don't. She saw why they was doing it. I said, so is this supposed to be like a lesbian? This is a lesbian relationship, because Christina does have feelings for Ruby. Ruby has feelings for William, who now that she now knows Christina, she's still intimate. So this is like a lesbian relationship, okay, under the guise of something else. Okay. So Ruby, she really wants to be this. I guess she's tired of being in a black woman body, because so much is happening to black women, black men, even black children are getting it. So she wants to, I guess, be on the other side, and she's jealous that Christina can move in the world of the 1950s, free as a bird, no consequences, while she's getting harassed. And so that's how she was feeling. Okay. And then we go to Tic meeting Christina. to exchange. He has the Ori key. In exchange for the Ori key, he wants the protection spell. And she was like, to properly cast a spell, you need 3 things: energy, intention, and a body. Not just the incantation. Okay. So I was like, okay. We know it's more than incantation. Don't anybody can do a spell, right? So they exchange. She draws it on the she's with the family mausoleum. So she draws it on there, and it's in dust, but he has to do it like in blood or anything other than in dust like that. So he leaves, and he approaches the house, and he sees Gia's shoes. Mind you, she's from Korea. It is customary to leave your shoes outside of the residence because they sleep on the floor, they eat on the floor. And you know, shoes, you walking on the ground, it's tracking everything. So that's why they take their shoes off. So he sees the shoes, so he know. Then he see Leti is pissed, y'all. But when Gia started talking about him, when the climax, and you all should see how Tic was trying to cut her off. Leti was fire hot. Like, so he messing with her, he climaxing, orgasms and everything, and she done came up in the house sitting as pretty as you please. He called her sucker, but she was like, no, I'm a kumio, and that she had to do 100 men in order to be human. And he like, why are you here and everything, get out. And he's telling Leti he's gonna make it right, because Leti's like over it. She like, get out, go wherever she go, you go. She packing, they just slamming doors. I was like, not good for the baby, Leti, not good for the baby, Leti. But so he goes out, try to make it right with Gia after he's really wasn't getting any answers. That's what she's seeing. Does it come true? How much did she see? Gia's not giving up any answers. Okay. Leti goes. She's in the church. She's praying. I was like, Leti goes to church. I seen her in the church. You know, the episode, the Holy Ghost. It was called Holy Ghost, not the Holy Ghost. And she was just sitting where everybody was doing their thing. She just sitting blank. And this time she's actually saying a prayer. I was like, okay, Leti, you converted or whatever. You into the church thing now. And we see Christina walks in. And I was like, I didn't take you. And she was like, well, I died and was resurrected. So now it's a miracle. But Christina like, no. Magic. That's all it is. Magic, boo. Magic. Okay, so Leti has on her the negatives of the book, and she wants to give them to Christina for invulnerability for Tic, Atticus. Christina like, no, nope, no invulnerability for him. I won't do it for that. And so she walks off, and then before she makes it to the door, Leti like, wait. You see Christina smiling like, boo, I already knew it. So she came, they meet up, she talks, and she was like, I can do it for you. So she does put the mark of Cain, the same thing you see on William's chest. It's the invulnerability, and so it can't be harmed. So Leti now has on her stomach, her like side of the abdomen, okay, and Christina has the negatives, okay. I was like, okay. And what else do we see in this? Oh, we see Montrose sitting on the side. Oh, and throughout this whole thing, most of the shops and places are closed for Emmett, due to the Emmett Till, the viewing, the funeral, and everything. The trial where all the men were acquitted. Nothing happened. But so everything was closed for that. for that, okay? So Montrose is sitting on the side with his flask. Nothing new there. He's supposed to be looking for Diana, and he's sitting and drinking. Tic comes up, and he was like, she was here, but she got away. So he was like, well, he's asking, did the mom know, and everything, and, and this was, I liked this moment, because this was like a father-son moment. It was a really bonding moment, and I was here for it. He explains that how when he was 8, his pastor was caught with a male, and they just came in the church and arrested him in the church and performed lobotomy. They took half his brain out, and he was in an asylum. So he made up his mind he didn't want that, jail, dead. He didn't want none of that life. So he faked it. He had to fake it to make it. So he faked it. He wanted a family, and that was all that was familiar. So that's what that was. So I'm like, maybe Montrose is biologically, maybe Montrose. I still was not. I'm not kind of clue. Maybe he did the marrying and the faking thing, but Montrose might still be George's son. And Tic tells Montrose about how him and Hippolyta went into the orrery, which is a time-space machine. And he brought out a book, Lovecraft Country by George Freeman. And he was like, this is my son. And he knows that Leti is pregnant. So Leti's going to have a son. And they're going to name the son George. He writes a book. And we have I was really here for this little moment when she leaves the precinct. That audio by Naomi Walder. If anybody know, that was the speech for the March for Our Lives. The rally that was in 2018. Naomi Walder. I was like, okay, I'll get that. Okay. I remember that. But yeah. And we have Dee can't verbally say what's going on, so she's drawing, writing, she does the comment and everything. Montrose, they find her, she's fighting, but to everybody else, it was like air. No one saw the Topsy and Bopsy. No one can see them but her. And we see that when they done touched her and scratched her arm, it's blood all on her dress. She has a pipe and everything. I guess she took a pipe to him, but they touched her, scratched her up with their it was like some talons they get. And we see that her arm is black. I was like, okay, so that's what happens. And if anybody remember, like the trailer, somebody had a robotic arm. I'm thinking it's gonna be Diana, because it was like black all the way up. So I'm thinking they're gonna get somebody to get this. And Diana's wearing this white dress. It's just bloody and messed up. She has some adventure in that white dress. You all, please leave your comments on anything that I may have missed, any corrections that need to be made, your opinions, some suggestions, all of it, leave it in the comment. I would love to hear from you. And guys, you have been watching Stardays TV. I am Star, and we're gonna stay tuned. We got 2 more episodes. This 8 and 9 and 10, y'all. So woo, this getting good. Y'all think Hippolyta gonna come back? I think Hippolyta's gonna make her return. But I forgot to say that Dee also found Woody's car, because I was like, how did Tic get back? Okay, so apparently he took the car while Hippolyta's in space, doing her space-time continuum thing. He took the car and hid it. So the car is there. Woody is safe. Woody is safe. Okay, but you all subscribe, share, okay? Don't forget, thumbs up, okay? And I'll see you all for the next episode of HBO's Lovecraft Country.